welcome to our literature lesson with me, Leswebea. Today we'll be looking at yet another interesting topic. We'll be looking at the drama. We'll be looking at Twelfth Night by the father of literature, Shakespeare. And we'll be mainly looking at Act 1. Okay, we're only looking at Act 1, that is almost just from the beginning of the play, of the drama. So, Twelfth Night synopsis, that's what we're going to look at. We're only going to do the synopsis of the play. So, Act 1, Scene 1 is about love. So Act 1, Scene 1, we see Orsino, Duke of Illyria, is in love with Olivia. Olivia is a countess. His attendant brings word that Olivia has decided to veil her face for 7 years because she grieves the death of her beloved brother. But Orsino wishes she would direct this love at him. What happens here on Act 1, Scene 1 is that we meet this beautiful, extremely beautiful Olivia. Olivia is the Countess of Illyria and she has just lost her brother, and she decided that I'm not going to fall in love for the next 7 years because I need to mourn the death of my brother. So what happens that Orsino, the Duke, is interested though. He's interested, he loves Olivia, he wants to fall in love with Olivia. Now he's saying, or he thinks that the love that you're supposed to give your brother, your dead brother, now give it to me. I want to love you. So that's what we see on Act 1, Scene 1, which is about love. And then Act 1, Scene 2, Viola becomes Cesario. What happens here is that Viola is shipwrecked on Illyria and fears her brother is lost at sea. The ship captain tells her about the Duke and his fruitless pursuit of Olivia. Viola asks the captain to help her dress as a man so she can become the Duke's servant. What happens that Viola was with her brother, and then they had a shipwreck. And then he fears that the brother is actually dead and lost at sea. She doesn't know what to do. She's stranded, she's frustrated. She needs somewhere to live. So the only option that she has is to then masquerade as a boy so that she can actually work for the Duke Orsino. And then she agrees to that. She's got no option, remember, she's stranded. She gives in. She asks the captain help her to dress as a man. She wants to now to masquerade as a man so that he can be the servant to the Duke. And then we get on to Scene 1, Scene 3, 2 nights. Sir Toby Belch, Olivia's uncle, is told off by her maid, Maria, for coming home late and drunk. Maria says Olivia dislikes Sir Toby trying to set her up with her friend. Sir Andrew unsuccessfully flirts with Maria to get closer to Olivia. Sir Toby persuades Sir Andrew to keep trying. Sir Toby says, no, keep trying, don't give up. You know, you can't give up when you want to fall in love with somebody. And then the only thing that he could do was to to get closer to Maria so that maybe he can have a little bit of access. And then we go on to Act 1, Scene 4. Orsino has a job for Viola. Orsino has a job for Viola. Viola has assumed the name Cesario. Remember, after the shipwreck, he then goes to live with Duke Orsino so that he can be actually now it's a he. Remember, originally it's a she. She is Olivia, but then he masquerades as a boy, and then now she becomes a he. He becomes Cesario. Yes. So he becomes a new role as a young man. The Duke asks Viola, or you want to call her Cesario, to go to Viola with a team of attendants to woo her on his behalf. Viola promises to try, but has fallen in love with the Duke, something that he has to keep secret for now. She is masquerading as a man, remember, so she can't face Cesario and say, actually she can't face Duke Orsino and say, gentleman, I love you. No, she can't do that because now she is a man. Then what happens here? This is exactly what gave birth to the love triangle. When now, because Osino said, Viola, go to Olivia, tell her that I love her and I want to marry her. The love that she had for her brother, that she wants to mourn for the next 7 years, she should now give it to me. Viola, though she is interested on Duke Osino, now goes to Olivia to go and deliver the message. When she gets to Olivia, remember now, at this moment, we shouldn't actually be referring to her as Viola. We should be calling her Cesario. So Cesario, as a he, goes to Viola, goes to Olivia. So Olivia, here is the letter from Duke Osino. Now, unfortunately or fortunately, when he gets there as Cesario, Olivia now gets interested on Cesario, because now Cesario is a boy. Olivia is like, wow, I love this guy. He's handsome. Unaware that he is actually a girl. Now that's what gave birth to the love triangle. And then we get on to scene 1, act 5, love at first sight. Olivia banters with her jester Feste. Malvolio, Viola's steward, does not think he's funny. Viola, or you want to call her Cesario, tells Olivia that Osino loves her. Olivia says she does not love him. Instead, she has fallen for Cesario. She sends Malvolio after him with a ring. This is the love triangle that I talked about here on Act 1, Scene 4. Because now, Viola, actually Olivia, is no longer even interested on Duke Osino. Now, she wants Cesario. And what he does at the end, what she does, Olivia at the end, she sends Malvolio after him with a ring to say, I want to love you, I don't want Duke Osino. Now that's all we had for you today for this lesson. Next time we will look at Act 2. Thank you, goodbye.